For some reason, Libra, I've been gagging to do you a shadow card. Ooh, that is so nice. Okay, truth declared, I was expecting something quite shitty, but we're getting something very inspirational for you. Star. Okay, I feel like this is where I tell you not to lose hope. Okay, now I don't know what it is that you're looking for. I don't know what it is that you've got your eye on. And I don't think it's like, you know it, as in, you know, sorry, I haven't brushed my hair today and I'm aware that I'm in front of Librans. I'm like, Librans are put together. I'm a messy Pisces. Anyway, I don't think you're conscious that you want this. So you don't even know whether you're making progress towards it or not. But I guess I'm here to tell you that you are, in a way that you could probably never even have imagined. I love this card for you. Inspiration, divine illumination, guidance from the universe. Okay, so what are we looking out for? I'm going to take one of these as well. And I already know which tarot deck is for you as well. It's very decisive. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of power. You get the Mirror. So we're looking for truths and we're looking for signs and we're looking for the way and we're looking for what is the journey, what is my inspiration, what am I after? The most profound truths are often found within ourselves. I know, I get that and I think, oh, for God's sake, really? You know, do you want me to do some affirmations while you're at it? I love myself. I love my hair. I love this, that and the other. I love myself. No, I don't think that's what you need to do. But when we get the Mirror, and it's really weird as well, if you can hear noises, my cats are going absolutely nuts today. I really felt I needed to do some shadow work in this reading for you, even before I've taken any cards, okay? So I am going to pull some shadow cards. I am going to see what's holding you back. I am going to see what you need to work with in order to open up the path in front of you, okay? Let's take a couple of tarot cards as well. I'm going to also work with those oracle decks. I'm going to do it all, Libra. In the second half, we'll look at love and relationships. But I think we need to balance that by looking at where we're at, okay? What we're dealing with, the forces that we're dealing with. What is that? Ooh! King of Pentacles. This is very, very good. When the King of Pentacles is by far and away my favourite king. Because regardless of whether you think of him as like an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or whether you just think of it in terms of somebody who's solid. It's what my mum calls a knob, a bob and a job. They show up, they turn up, they're on your side. Okay. Now this can come up as, in very loose terms, because we don't really have these anymore, but bank managers. People who... that's just the dishwasher, by the way. It's very spiritual. Happening in the kitchen. It's quite Libran. It's like the washing machine is glugging, the dishwasher is beeping, it's raining outside. King of Pentacles is somebody who is reliable. I always think of them as oak. Okay? They are a person of oak. They are a person who can help you. They are a person who can give you something. Now, often it's money, support, a job. In terms of a relationship, it can very much be somebody who is really reliable, like really shows up for you. This can be your best friend. It can be a lover, and we'll check out what happens in the love reading afterwards. But this is support. So you have support. Also, I'm getting... sorry, I've got a coffee on the go as well because I'm a bit tired. I'm getting kind of paternal energy. And this could be from your father. It could be from a father figure. It could be from even like a teacher. And if you have a special teacher, please shout them out in the comments. You know, someone who... I had one. I had an English teacher. And he showed me poetry. Okay, when nobody else did. That kind of thing, you know, when there's that one special class, that one special teacher, maybe it wasn't a teacher, maybe it was a therapist, someone you worked with, shout them out in the comments, okay? Tell us all about it, because I feel like there are people around you now that want to help you, that want to give you this leg up, that want to give you what they never had, okay? Which is a very privileged and really lovely position to be in. And I think that they want you to see this. This as well, when we look at stars, it's like your North Star, your destiny, and it's giving me an itchy nose. It's also saying, don't give up on your dream. And this has come up for a few signs, not as much as this, but similarly, I think it was Aquarius, which is interesting because that's also an air sign, and we've got a new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius on the 17th of February. It's about a dream that you had when you were young, a private dream. A dream that maybe you didn't talk about with the adults because it got ridiculed, or you just felt, and I'm talking like anything, not like maybe I want to be an astronaut, although that as well, but just like I want to be a magic fairy who brings people back from the dead. Whatever. It can be as big or as, you know, as lateral or as domestic as you like, but you had and still have a calling. And then the card that we get for you next is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups, it's a childhood sweetheart card, you know. It's got Scorpio energy in it. I'm just going to write that down for you as well, the calling, because it's important. If I don't write it down, I forget. I am but a scruffy Pisces. 6 years old, 6 years ago, last 6 months, it's the Six of Cups, okay? I'm getting something as well from a book I read. Sometimes I call it my smelly book. I don't have it down here. It's by Angelus Arian. It's called the Tarot Handbook. If you watch my dailies, you will know that I get the smelly book out. It's all ripped to shreds. You can still get it secondhand. There's a line in there and it says you're no longer willing to be the lineage bearer for this. So I'm also getting something here about disappointments, about ambition, about destiny, and about looking in the mirror instead of looking at how other people are seeing you. Big, big channeled message for you. Looking in the mirror, like my mirror mime, looking in the mirror. Looks like a really bad S Club 7 dance. Looking in the mirror instead of thinking how you look to others, because that's what stopped you getting there last time, and it will not stand in your way now. Not if I've got anything to do with it. That's the one. Let you into a secret. I saw this card before we started the reading. Hang on. Yeah. So important. Pointing my finger at you. The mask. It's so weird because I don't know, and you know, I was going to say hit me up. Who says hit me up? I'm not on friggin' Tinder. Let me know in the comments if you're a tarot reader. Let's keep it more elegant. Do you ever get this where you think, I have to use a certain deck for this person, this group, you know, for Libra or whatever? And I did, and it was like, I have to use the Shadow Fates Oracle. And it's because of that. And when I was thinking I have to use it, that card was in my mind. Even the thumbnail I will make, which will probably have this card in it, came to my mind. I haven't even switched the camera on. This is the weirdness of time. Anyway, disguise, the hidden aspects of the self, the uncovering of the truth. Shh. Okay. I'm writing mask down. Not that I need to. So think of it in terms of mirrors and masks and shadows. Okay, we almost have a full set here, really, don't we? We all wear a certain mask for how we appear in the world, how we are to other people, how we show up in our relationships, how we show up, particularly, I think, for family, for lovers, you know, for friends as well. And then also for people who've known us all our lives, you know, those people. And then there are a few very special people. And these are the great teachers. And I feel like you are going to be encountering a great teacher. Now, this can be anywhere. I mean, it can literally be, I have learned, and let me know again in the comments, and do hype the video if you haven't already. You can hype the video. It's like being on Tinder, but much better, because you don't get people wrapped in cling film and all kinds of weird stuff that you get, when you know, you're like, I digress, but can I just say once, on Tinder, it was the profile picture of this man was his wedding, clearly the lot, including the bride. Big meringue, helicopter in the background, lots of people, wedding. The mind boggles. Anyhow, okay, this is really, really important because it's to do with hiding, and it's to do with being seen, and it's to do with the teachers who can see who you really are. Okay, you've had them before in your life. I feel like you're going to encounter them again. It may be around the time of mid-February, but honestly, when a reading starts to get this deep, it doesn't matter about the dates. It just doesn't. This is just when it happens, but you are going to know. And I was just about to say then, before I got distracted by cling film and Tinder, who couldn't? Some of the most profound things I've learned off people that have sat next to me on a park bench, talked to me in a shop, sat next to on a train, definitely. You know, various people who you think, wow, wasn't it amazing that I met that person? Or you don't even think about it, but it is amazing that you met that person. And there is this, I don't know what it even is. And if you do know, let me know in the comments. But the Six of Cups is a karmic card, and I mean that in the most positive sense. Yes, in love, it can mean your ex is going to get in touch, you know, in a much more normal way. But we're not talking just this sort of thing. We're talking big jobs, spiritual big jobs. We're talking connections that you make usually when you're a child, but actually that never goes away. You know, your inner 6-year-old here is still there. And the different layers of yourself and the way that the universe is wanting you to remove the mask, but knows that asking you to do this, or even, I think, to be honest, the universe isn't asking. I think it's kind of pushing you in the direction where you have no choice. So let's not be nice. It's not asking. It's telling that I think over the past few years, you've been peeling back layers and layers, and it's a bit like old wooden windows. It takes a lot to get to the original. But this is what you're going to do. This is what's coming up for you. This is your main message. And how this will impact you in your creative endeavors, in your life, in your love life, in your relationships with your family, with your pets, with the universe, with your health, all of it. It's like it's becoming really clear and clean and true, like an arrow. I love this for you. I'm going to take 2 more cards and then I'm going to go on to your love. Love. I've probably scared you off, love life, just by the mere mention of Tinder. I know. What can I say? I got nothing to say on it. I think I've said enough, haven't I? If you have anything to say about it, come on, spill the tea in the comments. Sometimes it helps just to let it out. I told you mine. I have so many more. So many more. Makes me shudder like Mr. Burns off The Simpsons. No, it's not him. It's Sideshow Bob. Speaking of people who have viewed you on Tinder, Sideshow Bob has viewed you on Tinder. You're like, Mr. Burns would like to chat. Homer Simpson is up in your DMs. Sorry. Okay, Page of Pentacles. I love this card because it's sweet and it's normal and it's like, don't drive it like you stole it, okay? There's no fire here. This is gradual. You don't have to rip the mask off in a kind of, here I am, you know, rock me like a hurricane. I'm in a funny mood today, Libra. I'm just going to confess that. I've had some coffee. I'm a Pisces. It doesn't take much. Also, we've got the Page of Swords. Pages are like, you're just an apprentice at the moment. It's okay. Don't rush it. And the other thing I'm getting for you, which is, oh God, it's a lot. I'm getting so much that I'm feeling like a spaghetti junction in my head. It's already begun. It's already happening. And it's already, in terms of divine timing, it's already there. You're just catching up with it. Okay. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. Come on then. Let's do some love. Let's do it. I always think he looks like Charles Dance. I'll show you, especially in Bleak House, which if you haven't watched it, Libra, oof, it's on iPlayer. I've read the book. I'm reading the book. I'm doing it on audio. It's 43 hours long. But it's something I do to get my steps in, you know. But can I say, it's the best adaptation. It's so good. But Charles Dance is in it as Mr. Tulkinghorn. Christ. There's a lot going on with your love life. And I always think he looks like this guy. First card, this is not Charles Dance, the Two of Swords. So there is a pause, there's a Control Alt Delete, there is a hold in your love life, okay? We'll just take that as word, okay? Then we get Charles Dance, maybe like younger Charles Dance as the Hierophant. Commitment, convention, what I call the stations of the cross. It's like, because he is the high priest after all, you know, in the church, at least in some faiths. In many faiths, the building reflects, the geography of the building will reflect the nature of the faith, okay? I've never done a reading this weird for you, Libra. I hope you like it. Please do hype and say hello and do hit the like button because YouTube doesn't really like us to go, you know, too far left field. But I'm like, here we are. The geography of your love life is kind of changing. And I'm not going to lie, I reckon it's quite challenging. It's giving me allergies. My nose is getting redder as the reading's going on. It is what it is. Okay. So what you consider to be right for you, what you consider to be your goal, your aim, your North Star, who you want to surround yourself with, the cleaning up alignment in terms of who you are becoming and who you want to walk alongside you. It's a lot. And then another page, we've got the Page of Wands. And I like this because it's passion and it's fire and it's, you know, it's the beginning. And I've had this for a few signs this month where I've described it. And I don't know if you have these sorts of heaters in other places. I'm sure you do. Not to get too plumbing on you, but, you know, in a combi boiler, I know, who knew, there's a pilot light. And you can still, there isn't now actually, I think they're electronic, but they used to be. Or do you remember at school? In the arts sink where there'd be a hot tap, you know, and it would either be freezing or it would burn your hand off. And sometimes you could hear it. Woof, you hear this tiny little pilot light. That's what that is in your love life, okay? You're like, so you are now relating my love life to a combi boiler. Girl, you're spot on. Yes, I am. Okay, then we have the Ten of Swords. Something has become too, or will become too painful to stay the same. And that is when you know you're in prime growth territory. I know. You are taking off the mask. You are staring at your face in the mirror for the first time, as you are now, okay? Without the mask. And I really feel you're going to question your allegiances with friends, with family, with lovers. That doesn't mean you're going to get rid of everybody. It's not like, ooh, out with the old and in with the new. I mean, for some of you, maybe it is, but it's not really the way that a Libra does it. Think of a Libra, and there's a reason why you're the scales, and think of the old-fashioned scales, those gorgeous, does any of you have those? I love those. Gorgeous, are they cast iron? I don't know, they're probably lead, aren't they? Weights that you have, and it's like you put one on here, you put one on there, you take some off there, you take some off here. You're trying to get the scales to be even some of the time. It's boring if they're even all of the time, but you want them to be more in alignment. So this is more about tweaking, this is more about cleaning up, this is more about collecting, smoothing, fashioning. It's not just, well, you're out and you're in. You know, it's not that blunt, because Librans don't operate blunt. Librans operate on nuances. A little bit of this, take this away, add that. So this is not sudden. Remember all the pages. You've got all the pages except the Page of Cups, okay? And there will be an extended love reading. And the Page of Cups might come up in that. That will be the link below if this really resonates with you. You've got the Nine of Swords, which is about boundaries, which is definitely a thing for you. Boundaries has been coming up for a long time. It was for Taurus and now it's for you. And your boundaries are about changing, because you used to have boundaries and that was good. But now you're becoming your true self. Your boundaries are morphing with you. So there's a new set of boundaries because you're kind of becoming not a new person, a true person. So your boundaries will at least need some analysis and inquiry and some looking at, and maybe even some testing. And honestly, I feel like the universe may throw you some situations to test those boundaries, to see where you're at, so that you can, because there's no way to do it except in real life. And the universe wants to know if you're ready. Are you ready for what you need, deserve, want, desire, dream of? Then, going in big and hard, as the actress said to the bishop, Death card. When you get the Death card, you're talking real spiritual big jobs. Scorpio, from the bottom up, here we go, giddy up, zippity-doo-dah, no going back. Some of your relationships will continue down the path with you, and some will fall away. It will not be sudden, I don't think. Will it be sudden? Yeah, some of it will. No, actually, that's not. Hang on, I'm taking two. That's a really important card for you. Oh, that's so nice. You're like, oh my God. Okay. Will it be sudden? A Three of Swords isn't sudden. I think it's Saturn in Libra, the Three of Swords. It's in my smelly book, Angelus Arian. I don't actually know who that is, by the way, but it's a brilliant book. These are old wounds. So it's not quick, it's deeply buried stuff. You also get the Three of Cups, and that is the teacher, the guru, the person who comes to help you, the King of Pentacles. However it happens, it can be a book, a person, a course, you know, whatever. And then the universe is like, just in case you're getting really windy about this, because this reading is challenging, which it is, I'm going to show you what's available to you. But it starts with you. Self-love, self-worth, self-recognition, spilling over, spilling out, spilling back onto you. she talking about Tinder again? Okay, Libra, I'm going to do your extended reading. I'm going to do a you and them side by side reading, but I'm also going to do shadow in it. Okay, so it can be for you and a current person, you and an ex, you and a future person, you and your relationship to love. And then I do a bridge. What is bringing you towards love and what is taking you further away, and what are the shadow signs that we need to know about, that we need to shine a light on here? Love this reading for you, really powerful. See you on the other side. Namaste.